If you're struggling to prepare for your next interview, then you have really landed on the right video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to HR Talks with Lish. I hope you're doing well. I have another installment of the HR Administrator interview question and answer series, as I know you guys love this. So we've got a few more questions and answers for you to support you in your preparation. Now, today I am going to be doing the interview question and answers based on the perspective of an administrative assistant. So stay tuned, because there is a lot of information in store for you to take away to support you in building your answers. So let's get into the video. Can you describe a situation where you had to handle a difficult HR issue? So with this situation, it's really important to use the STAR technique to answer these kind of questions. So what you will see in the example interview is that I've structured this in a storytelling kind of sense to make it flow so that the hiring manager really understands what the situation was here and how I stepped in, how I got involved, and what the result of that was. So let's look at this mock interview to see how I answered this question in more detail.
Can you describe a situation where you had to handle a difficult HR issue?
In my previous role as an administrative assistant, I encountered a challenging situation related to an employee conflict. This experience allowed me to navigate a difficult HR issue and showcase my problem-solving skills. So the issue revolved around a disagreement between two team members that had escalated to a point where it was affecting the overall work environment. As an administrative assistant, my primary task was not typically focused on employee relations, but I recognized the importance of addressing the issue promptly. My first action was to consult my supervisor and seek guidance on the appropriate steps to take. I also familiarized myself with the company's conflict resolution policies to ensure that I was following established procedures. My supervisor encouraged me to initiate a confidential conversation with each employee involved to gather information about the situation. I scheduled separate meetings with both individuals, creating a comfortable and private environment to discuss their concerns openly. During these conversations, I actively listened to their perspectives, ensured they felt heard and understood. I took detailed notes to document the key points raised by each employee, presented a summary of the concerns to my supervisor, seeking further guidance on potential resolution strategies. Together, we developed a plan that involved a mediated discussion between the two employees, facilitated by a senior member of the HR team. During the mediation session, I acted as a support resource, ensuring that the process remained focused on finding an agreeable resolution. I also assisted in documenting any agreed upon action items and follow-up steps. The result of these actions were a significant improvement in the working relationship between the two employees. The mediated discussion allowed them to express their grievances, find common ground, and establish a framework for better collaboration moving forward. While my primary role was administrative, this experience demonstrated my ability to handle difficult HR issues with professionalism and sensitivity. This situation reinforced my commitment to being a resourceful and proactive member of the HR team. It also highlights the importance of effective communication and conflict resolution skills, which I believe are essential in a HR administrator role. I'm eager to further develop these skills and contribute to fostering a positive work environment within your organization. Can you walk me through a process where you improved communication and collaboration within your team? So within this question, again, it's really important to make sure that you are outlining in your experiences, what have you done to contribute to creating communication strategies and collaborating with your team in order for this to be executed, for this to actually cause an impact in the organization. So again, storytelling is really essential here, because you can clearly get your message across regarding what it is you actually did and how you implemented this to support your team, to help the overall morale of the team. And this is so important to have as an HR administrator, because you're going to be in situations where, you may need to be called upon as that person who is able to think of strategies and ideas to improve communication. So let's go to my mock interview where I'll go into this question in a little bit more detail.
Can you walk me through a process you implemented to improve communication and collaboration?
In my previous role as an administrative assistant, I identified an opportunity to enhance communication and collaboration within our team. Recognizing the importance of effective teamwork in achieving departmental goals, I took the initiative to implement a simple yet impactful process to facilitate better communication. So the first step that I took was to conduct a brief assessment to identify the existing communication gaps that we have. I did this by seeking feedback from team members through one-to-one conversations and anonymous surveys. This allowed me to understand the specific challenges we were facing in terms of communication and collaboration. So based on the feedback I received, I then proposed the implementation of a weekly team huddle. So this short and focused meeting aimed to provide a platform for team members to share updates on their ongoing projects, discuss any challenges they were facing, and collaborate on potential solutions. I actually communicated the purpose and the benefits of these huddles to the team, emphasizing that it was a safe space for open communication. Now, the difference between these huddles and our regular team meetings is that we were able to emphasize on the open communication. So it allowed for there to be a discussion around feedback on what we could be doing to improve. So to ensure these huddles were effective and time efficient, I actually created a structured agenda that allowed each team member a designated time to share their updates and concerns. I also encouraged the team to provide constructive feedback and suggestions during these sessions. So in addition to these monthly huddles that I introduced, I also created a community on our internal platform where team members could post updates, share resources, and collaborate on projects outside of the scheduled meetings that we had. And this platform helped to create an ongoing channel of communication and collaboration, reducing the reliance on email and fostering a more dynamic exchange of ideas. To measure the impact of these changes, I periodically gathered the feedback from team members through informal check-ins and surveys. The responses indicated a noticeable improvement in team communication, with members expressing a greater sense of cohesion and understanding of each other's roles and responsibilities. While my role is administrative, I do recognise the value of effective communication in creating a positive and collaborative work experience. This experience taught me the importance of taking initiative and implementing practical solutions to address communication challenges, skills that I believe are transferable and valuable in a HR administrator position. And I'm excited about the prospect of bringing this proactive mindset and dedication to communication to improve your HR team. Can you give me an example of a project that you took on as a HR administrator? So with this one, it's great to be able to have some projects that you've done in the past to support you with answering this type of question. So think about what you've done and how you've implemented and put forward an idea that has transformed an area of work that you contribute to on a regular basis. Again, the STAR technique is very, very crucial in this stage. So I definitely say to utilize that when creating your answer. But let's see how I answered this question in the mock interview.
Can you give me an example of a project you worked on in a HR administrative capacity?
I had the opportunity to contribute to a project focused on streamlining the onboarding process for new hires. I play a crucial role in facilitating the administrative aspects of this project. So my main task in this project was to enhance the efficiency of the onboarding paperwork and documentation process. I began by reviewing the existing onboarding materials and identifying areas where we could improve clarity. I also conducted a brief survey among recent hires to gather feedback on their onboarding experience, pinpointing pain points and areas for improvement. I then proposed a comprehensive update to the onboarding documentation. So I created a more user-friendly and interactive digital onboarding package that not only reduced the paperwork, but also provided new hires with a clearer understanding of the company culture, policies, and benefits. To ensure the success of the project, I actually collaborated closely with the HR team and sought feedback at various stages of the documentation redesign. So I also coordinated with IT department to ensure there's a secure and accessible distribution of any digital onboarding materials and setups. And during the implementation phase, I conducted training sessions for HR staff and managers to familiarize them with the updated process. I also created a detailed guide for new hires, ensuring that they had the resources needed to navigate the onboarding materials seamlessly. So the outcome of this project was a more efficient and engaging onboarding process. The digital onboarding package reduced the paperwork. This also minimized the time required for administrative tasks and received positive feedback from our new hires. The HR team reported a noticeable decrease in the time spent on administrative onboarding duties, allowing everyone to focus more on providing a personalized and welcoming experience for new employees. So this project allowed me to showcase my organizational skills, attention to detail, and ability to collaborate with various departments to achieve a common goal. So I believe my experience in contributing to this project has really prepared me well for this role as a HR administrator, where efficient process management and continuous improvement are essential components. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, if you've got any questions that you're thinking, I would like to know how to answer and formulate this question, then please put that in the comments down below and I'm happy to address that. I'm happy to make some videos based on some question suggestions that you may have. Thank you so much for watching this video and I'll see you in my next one.